afternoon and welcome to the Center Grove Softball Complex for today's Indiana High School Softball 2023 season opener between the number 13 Whiteland Warriors and the number 12 Center Grove Trojans. Hello, I'm Kevin Conrad along with Rick Sauter. We welcome everyone to our coverage of Center Grove Softball presented by Peterman Brothers. Rick Sauter, the sun is out, temperature's chilly, but it's opening day for softball.
It's amazing. We're that time of year again, Kevin. We're getting the outside sports going, and it does look really pretty out. You walk outside. I'm glad we're in the heated facility in here with the great press box Center Grove has here now, but it's a beautiful day for baseball, and this should be a heck of a game, a budding rivalry between Whiteland at last year's 24-3, the Trojans being last year at 18-9, and quite two really good teams coming back for this year.
And for the Whiteland Warriors, first-year head coach in Harley Roller, and obviously they lost their great pitcher through graduation, Debbie Hill, so we'll see what the Whiteland Warriors are all about this year, and we are underway. Again, Riley Henson, junior, so impressive last year, Rick, for the Trojans in the circle as a sophomore and getting the start here in the opener today, and she gets ahead in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter for the Whiteland Warriors. This is Jocelyn Harbert, center field. She's a junior. Good crowd for this one as well.
It is a nice crowd. Harbert had a good year last year. She batted .364 with 32 hits, one of the leaders on the team there, and 21 RBIs. So strong at the top of the lineup here for Whiteland.
Almost got her first punch out here in 2023. That was close. Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Henson does a great job. We saw it last year, Kevin. I'm sure she will this year, of really mixing things up. She throws it harder than what she looks because she's not that big on the mound, but she throws it hard, but she does a great job of finding spots and putting things on the outside corner, so it's tough for those hitters to really get a good bat on it.
This one fouled away, hanging alive. So numbers on Riley Henson last year as a sophomore. ERA, Rick, so impressive, 1.97. She was 11-5, 27 appearances, logged a lot of innings, 159 innings. 246 strikeouts, only 33 walks as that one's fouled away. And just an impressive year last year, probably top 1 or 2 in the state as far as her class is concerned as a pitcher. And I know she, along with the Tri-West pitcher, both juniors this year, again ranked in the top 2 this year in pitching.
Yeah, really impressive year. She throws strikes, makes batters hit it, but she'll get her share of strikeouts too, and there's one. Just as we said, Kevin, that was right there in that outside corner. Really a nice pitch. Tough to any batter to get up to hit that.
The shortstop, number 3, Emma Piercy.
So with 1 gone, Emma Piercy, senior, playing at shortstop today for the Warriors, steps up. Another left-handed batter.
Another one of their top hitters. She batted .438 last year, so pretty formidable. That was tops on the team that is back from this year.
This one tying outside for ball 1.
I think one thing that's key for the Trojans, too, is they've got a ton of experience kind of right down the middle with Szymanski catching. Henson's been there. They're short and second being Pierce. I'm sorry, with short and second being Janda and Wolf, and then out in center field being Haberstrell. Those girls aren't old as far as seniors, but they've been around and played a lot, and they are really good fielders.
1-1 pitch, took something off. Called a ball, so count of 2 balls, 1 strike to the number 2 batter, Emma Piercy.
Wind pretty strong, kind of blowing out the right field. Looks like in a little bit, so it'll probably, with a day like this, pretty cool. It'll be hard to hit one out.
Outside corner called a strike, evens up the count at 2 apiece. Whiteland won the season opener last year against the Trojans at Whiteland on a very chilly, and I think there's some actual drizzle and rain in that game, but it was 7-6. Whiteland with the win, but the Trojans came back May 14th here at Center Grove and won the county championship against Whiteland 1-0.
I think that was Whiteland's first loss. I think they were 20-0 going into that game.
Correct. They had won 20 straight, and now she is aboard with a walk. One in a bat by Emma Piercy.
That was a really good bat. Fouled a few off, made sure she got her pitch, didn't swing at anything, and every one of those pitches was close.
So Whiteland split with Mooresville last year, split with Center Grove, and they were 22 and I think it was 22-1 during the regular season. Actually 21-2, and They did win the sectional. They beat Franklin and then defeated Mooresville 7-0 in the sectional finals, and then lost to Shelbyville 4-0 in the regional championship. Again, just a historic season last year for the Whiteland Warriors. And at the plate, the number 3 batter, Kylie Sullivan. She's pitching today, sophomore, fouls off the first pitch. So, Rick, how about that? First 3 batters all left-handed here for Whiteland.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's not easy to find. Nice. Got good wood on that one. Just a little foul. And they did lose 4 seniors last year, but they've got a lot of experience back.
No balls, 2 strikes. So Peyton Szymanski committed to Columbia University for softball. Behind the plate, senior. Hayden Baird, sophomore, at third base. Ashlyn Wolf, senior, at shortstop. This one's high and outside. Riley Janda, junior, at second base. And Sydney Herman, sophomore, at first base. In the outfield today for the Trojans, Samantha Bruce, senior, in left. Junior Hannah Habistro in center. And right field, Kennedy Warner, junior. This one's fouled away once again. Talked to Coach Coleman earlier today for CG, and she really likes this team. She said that a lot of energy, a lot of chemistry with this team. They're learning to overcome adversity. She just said just more maturity and more experience with this year's team, and she really likes this team. The 1-2 pitch outside, gave it a look. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye there for Sullivan. She is their top pitcher this year. She did get pitched pretty well last year when she had a chance to pitch, and she batted .369 as a freshman. 31 hits, 26 RBIs. That's one of the leading RBIs in the team.
She drops this one over Baird at third base for an infield single. Another nice at bat by Kylie Sullivan, just really battling. And finally puts one in play. That's the first hit in today's game. First hit for Whiteland here in 2023.
The catcher, number 23.
Well, as you say a lot of times, Kevin, it's not how hard you hit it. It's kind of where you place it. That ball just perfectly popped right over third base, and Hayden Baird was not able to get to it. Drops in their first single.
So 1 out. Whiteland threatening here in the top half of the first inning with runners at first and second base. Number 4 batter, Madison Myers, junior catcher. Strike 1 here to Myers.
Another pretty strong season. She batted .391 last year, had 20 RBIs, 7 doubles. That leads a team of people that are coming back, and had 3 home runs. That also leads a team of players that are back this year.
Henson to the plate. Center Grove fans wanted the high strike. Umpire says it's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Center Grove baseball. Season opener yesterday down at IU. Got a nice win against Centerville, Ohio, 1-0. Henson with another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the number 4 batter for the Warriors. Center Grove softball ranked number 2 in the Class 4A preseason poll. Whiteland number 13. Swing and a miss. Her second punch out, 2 gone.
Yes, had that little high strike. Just a touch behind it was Myers.
The second baseman, number 11.
Senior Hallie Nett is playing at second base. Number 5 batter.
Nett batted .291 last year. She had 25 hits and 19 RBIs.
How's that one away? Whiteland trying to capitalize here in the top half of the first. Again, runners at first and second. Emma Piercy in scoring position at second base.
Yeah, big at bat here, I think, for Whiteland. If Center Grove can get out of this and get some momentum going, big confidence booster for the Trojans to get through this inning.
Henson to the plate. Fouled away. Trojans give it chase. No balls, 2 strikes.
Nice job by Nett. She's putting some bat on it. She's just got to straighten that out a little bit, but Henson does have a nice lead, though. Let's see if she puts something maybe off speed outside and see if she can get her to chase.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Henson to the plate. Fouled away once again. Took something off, fly ball, center field. Habistro's got a beat on it, but here comes the left fielder, Samantha Bruce, calling it out and makes the play to conclude the inning here for the Whiteland Warriors. Warriors get a couple of runners, stranded. Center Grove coming to the plate. This is Trojan Softball, presented by Peterman Brothers.
We're proud of you guys. You've come a long way this season.
But above all, win or lose, remember one thing. The furnace is free.
When you purchase a qualifying Bryant AC system for Peterman,
the furnace is free.
all March long,
The furnace is free.
whatever it takes, make sure everyone knows.
The furnace is free.
Huddle up, Peterman Brothers. 1, 2, 3.
Furnace madness.
Back here at Russ Milligan Field for the season opener between the Center Grove Trojans and the Whiteland Warriors. Kevin Conrad, Rick Sonner with you today. Sun is out. Temperatures high 40s, low 50s today.
High 40s. Feels a little less than that because of the wind, but not a bad day in comparison to what it could be. We've seen some rain and drizzle, as you said, in some of these games early in the year. So glad they're able to get it in. Of course, a beautiful field here with the Trojans. Looks like dirt, but it isn't. So they're going to play in just about anything.
Bottom line, the sun is out.
That's exactly right.
Yesterday, Center Grove baseball down at IU. Beautiful facility, but it was cloudy all day. We never did see the sun yesterday during that game, so nothing like being at the ballpark with some sunshine.
I agree. Even better when you're in here in a heated entertainment area with my coffee in front of me and my heavy jacket on.
Yeah, you look outside, everybody's got the earmuffs on, the gloves, heavy coat. We're in here, it's sunny and 72 in the press box. So thank you, Dr. Bill Long and the Center Grove administration for the wonderful facilities here at softball, also the wonderful facilities at baseball as well. New press box over there this year.
I haven't seen a new press box yet over there. That'll be nice to see. And well, you talk about top-notch facilities. Center Grove, pretty much everything has been redone in the last 5 years, and really fantastic facilities for all the sports teams.
Hannah Habistro, junior, playing in center field, will lead things off for the Center Grove Trojans. And Rick, she's been special from day one as a freshman, and this leadoff position and great speed, makes contact. She's just hard to get her out.
It is. I mean, you look at that. I just popped out of the page. 523 average last year. Had 41 runs, 45 hits, 7 RBIs. He's batting over 500. That's just amazingly impressive with some of the good teams Center Grove plays.
Kylie Sullivan starting in the circle today for Whiteland. She's a sophomore, 2.65 ERA last year as a freshman. 9 wins, no losses, 10 appearances, pitched 60 innings, 45 strikeouts, 26 walks. Very impressive freshman year, and gets a start here today. Takes something off of that pitch, outside half, called a strike.
Nice off-speed pitch there. She's got a lot of confidence coming in. And you look at her stats last year, that's pretty impressive freshman year.
Solid numbers, that is for sure. This one's high. Of course, Debbie Hill was their ace.
Yeah.
Boy, she was great for 4 years. Last year as a senior, 14 wins, 3 losses. From my understanding, she's now at Trine playing college softball for Trine. You're right, they did win 20 straight last year. Lost to Center Grove here, 1-0 in the county championship. That was their first loss, and just only 2 losses during the regular season. And there's an infield single right there by Habistro. Just too much speed.
Yeah, did too fast. She gets that ball on the ground, and unless you are, it goes to third base where they're charging so far up, you're not going to get her out.
For your Trojans, the right fielder, number 1, Kennedy Warner.
Kennedy Warner, junior, playing in right field. Another left-handed batter, and Coach Coleman says she also, a lot like Habistro, a lot of speed. There goes Habistro. No throw. That one was in the turf. No opportunity there for Madison Myers, the junior catcher, to make a throw. So Habistro in scoring position.
Well, that's when you can see Center Grove just so dangerous with Habistro. She gets on 50% of the time, and then you almost can count it to get to second base because she's so fast. You already got a person out there in scoring position with nobody out.
1 ball, no strikes to Warner. Habistro at second in scoring position. She takes off for third. The throw, and they tag her out. Excellent execution by Madison Myers, the junior catcher, and Emma Piercy, the senior shortstop, covering and making the tag, so 1 gone.
She didn't get quite as good a jump there, and a little easier throw to get over the third versus second for that catcher, and they did a nice job executing that really well for the Warriors. And good call. She was out.
2 balls, no strikes to Warner, the number 2 batter for CG. This one's high and tight. 3-0 the count. Bottom of 1. Scoreless game. 3-0 the count. Warner showing bunt. Now pulls back, takes it for strike 1 on the inside corner, and starting in the infield today for the Warriors. We mentioned Madison Myers, junior, behind the plate. Gracie Whitaker at third base, sophomore. Emma Piercy, senior, at shortstop. Hallie Nett, senior, at second base. And Adrian Campbell, number 5, is at first base. This one slapped foul down that left field line. In left field, Ava Smith, junior. Jocelyn Harbert, junior, in center field. And in right field, sophomore Annie Harmon.
Good job by Sullivan here. 3-0 count. She's got back to full count right now.
Sullivan with the payoff pitch. Warner once again fouls that one away off the top of the Whiteland dugout. Rick, once again, a lot of tremendous softball teams here on the south side.
Well, you're telling me. Ron Colley's kind of a different league as everybody else. He's got the best player in the country, and then Mooresville's really good also. I know they're ranked pretty high this year. So.
Shelbyville, Columbus North, Whiteland's been great. Center Grove, of course, and just a lot of great teams. New Palestine on the east side.
Yeah, they've always been good.
Franklin Central's had some great teams. Decatur Central. So there's just such a great group of softball programs here on the south side of Indy. So she is aboard, Rick, with a walk. And now Coach Coleman with the discussion with the next batter, which will be Riley Janda, the junior second baseman.
Janda, awfully good hitter last year. She batted .412, 22 runs. That was one of the leaders on the team, and 35 hits with 27 RBIs. Again, that led the team last year in RBI. Actually, Lexi Warner had 28, but of people coming back, she was a leader in RBIs. Let's see if she can put one in play here.
Warner again, good speed at first base, not taking off, getting a good lead. Janda takes it in there for ball 1.
Trojans definitely tested Madison Myers behind the plate, making sure she's going to have to prove herself to throw a few of these players out. She did a great job in the first with Haberstro at third base.
Off-speed pitch, taken in there for ball 2. Riley Janda, she's got some pop in that bat. She's got good speed, too. How many triples did she have last year?
Yeah, she had 5 triples. Yep, and that easily led the Trojans.
Sullivan, high with the pitch. 3 balls, no strikes.
There's a difference in softball game versus a baseball game, Kevin. I know a lot of times you say if you can get that starting pitcher to throw a lot of pitches, they'll end up taking that person out. But in softball, they'll kind of go until it gets dark.
Called a strike to Riley Janda. Warner takes off and swipes second base. Again, Warner, good speed.
Good job by Warner. A little delayed there. I think they kind of thought it was going to be a walk, and when they called that strike, everybody hesitated a little bit, and Warner did a nice job of just taking off there and getting in there very easily to second base.
So one out runner at second base. 3-1 pitch is high, and second walk issued by Sullivan. Janda is aboard. Brings up number 4 batter Ashlyn Wolf, senior shortstop. Ashlyn also a lot of pop in the bat as well.
Yeah, she batted .398 last year, had 19 runs, 33 hits, 25 RBIs, one of the leaders there, and she led the team with 11 doubles. So definitely, as you expect, your fourth hitter is going to have some power.
Ground ball to the shortstop, Emma Piercy. Throws on to third to get the force out, taking care of Warner at third, so 2 gone. Runners at first and second, so Wolf hits into a fielder's choice.
Good play there by Piercy. She didn't hesitate to get that lead runner at third base. That ball was hit hard.
Peyton Shermansky.
So with 2 gone, runners at first and second, Peyton Shermansky, senior catcher, number 5 batter. This one's low and gets past the catcher, so that's a wild pitch. Both runners advancing. CG now with runners at second and third base.
Szymanski, 307 batting average last year, 23 hits and 14 RBIs. She had 3 homers also, which was one of the leaders on the team last year.
Swing and a miss by Shermansky.
Very nice off-speed pitch there. Szymanski is way ahead of it. Good job by Sullivan, having confidence in that pitch.
Count evens at 1 apiece. Trojans threatening with runners at second and third. Szymanski with a great opportunity here in the bottom of the first to get the Trojans on the scoreboard. Rips one deep center field. Got some good bat on it, but hit it up in the air too much. And it's caught by the center fielder, Jocelyn Harbert, to retire the Trojans here at the bottom of the first inning. Center Grove strand a couple of runners. They get a couple of walks, 1 hit. We're scoreless after 1 here at Russ Milligan Field between Whiteland and Center Grove. Today's game being presented by Peterman Brothers. This is Trojan Softball.
We're proud of you guys. You've come a long way this season.
But above all, win or lose, remember one thing. The furnace is free.
When you purchase a qualifying Bryant AC system for Peterman,
The furnace is free.
all March long,
Furnace is free.
whatever it takes, make sure everyone knows.
The furnace is free.
Huddle up, Peterman Brothers. 1, 2, 3.
Furnace Madness.
For the Whiteland Warriors, top of 2, it'll be 6, 7, 8. Gracie Whitaker, sophomore third baseman, will lead it off, followed by Annie Harmon, sophomore, and then senior Adrian Campbell. No score between Center Grove and Whiteland. 2023 season opener.
Here's where you see Kevin with our first 5 batters had a lot of experience last year. Here's where some of the new players coming in. Really, Whitaker, Harmon, and Campbell didn't have really hardly any at-bats last year, so we'll see if maybe a little nervous first time up.
Fastball outside corner, called a strike. Good location by Henson. Henson gave up 1 single back in the first.
Both teams threatened that first inning. Both of them had scoring position and couldn't get the big hit in.
Also gave up a walk and had a couple of strikeouts. This one's fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. Gracie Whitaker. This one's out of the strike zone high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Each of these teams are pretty young, Kevin. Both of them start 3 seniors is it, so they're going to be good going forward. And as these younger players get more experience in the year, both these teams will be really strong by the end of the year.
Should make Johnson County tournament. Very interesting.
I would think so.
Later in the season here at CG. Again, last year Center Grove won the county 1-0 over this Whiteland team. Heck of a ball game by both teams. The 1-2 just missed outside low, 2-2.
Go, kid.
Good hit.
Into right field. Warner playing in the good spot. Makes the catch in right field. One gone.
Yeah, Whitaker hit it pretty hard, but Warner's right there at the right spot there in right field and made it look like a pretty easy play at the end of the day.
Also in right field, this time of the day, the sun.
Good point.
Right in the right fielder's eyes. Also second base, that whole right side, first base. But again, great job by Kennedy Warner in right with one gone. For the Whiteland Warriors, Annie Harmon, sophomore, playing in right field, looks at a strike.
And it's even harder sometimes this time of year because typical Indiana early springs there isn't a lot of sun, so you don't get to practice it a lot. So you get a day like this, it's really bright and windy a little bit. That can play havoc.
Nice.
Once again, good location with that pitch. Henson in front, no balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, nice off-speed pitch by Henson. Had Harmon really tied up there.
Outfield shifted to right center field and down the right field line. A swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Henson. 2 gone. That's going to be punch out number 3 for Henson today.
Now batting for the Warriors, the first baseman, number 5, Adrian Campbell.
Adrian Campbell playing at first base, senior with 2 gone, steps up for the Warriors. Slight breeze blowing to right field. Out in front, foul ball. Center Grove playing today here at home in the season opener. CG at Zionsville tomorrow for a 6 o'clock game. Zionsville, talking to Coach Coleman, scoring a lot of runs here early in the season. And then Pendleton Heights on Friday on the road. Also another quality
they've always had
opponents.
A good program. Yeah.
Some quality teams that are playing here in this first week of the season. Whiteland tonight, Zionsville tomorrow, Pendleton Heights on Friday. That one's called just a little high. So 1-1, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, and if you're a spring player athlete, no spring break for you, pretty much. As far as going anywhere, you got games this whole time.
A lot of games this week, next week as well. Center Grove baseball home opener tomorrow, Columbus East, 6 o'clock, and then Center Grove will host 2 games on Saturday. Avon at noon, this is baseball, and then Homestead, new opponent, at 5 o'clock on Saturday. The Spartans will be in town.
Nice. Good job.
Well done by Henson. Strikes are out looking to wrap up the inning. 4 strikeouts for Henson. We're headed to the bottom of 2 here at Russ Milligan Field. Center Grove and Whiteland scoreless. Today's game being presented by Peterman Brothers. This is Trojan Softball.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
We've got a good one here at Russ Milligan Field between Center Grove and Whiteland. Softball opener for 2023. No score. We're headed to the bottom of 2. Rick, the pitching's been solid. Defense has been solid for both teams.
I agree. I think defense has been very good. Pitchers kind of settling in a little bit. First game of the year. sometimes there's jitters, and hence in that second inning, of course, they had the bottom of their lineup really look good there. They had the one line drive at 2 strikeouts, and see if the Trojans could take some advantage. Sullivan had a little while in that first inning. She had a couple walks and gave it base hit, but big play throwing out Haberstroh at third base, and were able to get out of it. See if Sydney Herman can get things started.
Herman, sophomore. 6th batter today in the lineup. Playing at first base. Strike 1 from Sullivan.
And she's a freshman, got to play a little bit. She had about a 289. Had 11 hits and 9 RBIs, so pretty efficient.
How many home runs did she have last year?
Herman had
at least 2.
She had 2 doubles and 2 home runs. 3 doubles and 2 home runs. Yes, Kevin. So she was one of the. Trojans didn't hit a ton of home runs last year, so he was one of the leaders. We had Thompson and Szymanski each had 3, and so did Werner. And then next was Herman with 2.
1 ball, 1 strike to Herman. Sophomore first baseman. This one's low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. If my memory serves me correctly, she hit the first home run here with this new turf field last year. The first one ever as a freshman last year. First Trojan to get a home run on this field.
Well, the wind's starting to really blow in now. It's going to be hard to hit one out today.
I would say it's blowing to right.
Yeah,
she is a lefty, so if she got in front of one.
Yeah, I guess you get one out there. It was kind of curling in. Now it's looking kind of straight out to right. So you're right. You get out there and get it high. Wind might tail it.
Could help push it over. She has a count of 3 balls, 1 strike. She has a lot of power. Ground ball.
Oh, what a play.
Second baseman dives, throws, and makes the play. Well done by the second baseman, Hallie Netz. The senior diving to her left. Web Jim right off the bat.
Yeah, that was a very nice play by Metz. Herman was hustling down that line, but Metz made a good play, and when he hit the second, it was to her right also, so she wasn't too far away. Got up quickly and made a nice throw.
1 out. Number 7 batter, sophomore Hayden Baird, playing at third base. Coach Coleman says she's got a lot of power, too. Takes the first one low and outside. Ball 1.
Didn't get too many chances last year as a freshman. Played in 8 games, batted .250.
Rips this one to left field. Left fielder coming on. It's going to one-hop the left fielder. Single for Baird. She'll put on the brakes at first base. Second hit for the Center Grove Trojans in today's game.
Good job by Baird. That was a low-speed pitch, and she just leaned there and pulled it right over the shortstop's head.
4, Samantha Bruce.
Good, strong single.
Samantha Bruce, senior, playing in left field. Number 8 batter with 1 out, runner at first. Strike 1 to Bruce.
We kind of mentioned early with Whiteland 3 or 4, but Center Grove has a lot of left-handers in that lineup.
This one's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great job behind the plate. Madison Myers, Jr., bouncing around. Kept that one in front. Baird remains at first base. Now the wind blowing straight in.
Boy, it sure is, yeah.
Shifted from right field to straight in. Blowing right toward the home plate area. This one's high. 2-1 the count. This one's outside. Once again, great job by Myers, scooping that one off the turf behind the plate.
Yeah, that was a really nice play because that wasn't right where she could block it. She had to reach out for that one, just snagged it. Nice play.
3-1 the count. Kylie Sullivan checking the wristband for the next pitch. And this one's high and tight, so third walk issued by Sullivan. Runners at first and second for the Trojans, 1 out.
That's big, too, because we got Mae Munson coming up, but then the top of the lineup. So unless there's a double play, we're going to get to Haberstroh.
The designated player, number 6, Mae Munson.
Number 9 batter, Mae Munson. Designated player, sophomore. JV basketball player, shoots the three-pointer really well. Coach says she likes her at the plate, almost like a leadoff batter. She's kind of a slap-type hitter.
Yep.
Showing bunt and pulls it back. It is outside. Once again, great job by Myers to keep that one in front.
Yeah, she's made a couple of really nice plays back there. Munson had a good freshman year with not a lot of chances, but batted .389 and was 8 for 18 in the hitting with, 7 for 18. That's pretty strong for the limited opportunities.
Puts down a beautiful bunt. Only plays first base.
Oh, there they go.
Throws it over the first baseman's head. 1 run scores. Here comes the second run. It's going to be 2-0 Trojans. And now Munson being waved home. The throw not in time. 3-0 Trojans. So the errant throw costs the Whiteland Warriors 3 runs. So Sullivan just threw it too high at first. Goes all the way down to the right field corner in the bullpen area, and that allows all 3 runs to score. Center Grove leads at 3-zip.
And it happened so quickly, the right fielder couldn't get over there to really back that up. So it was a merry-go-round after that ball got away. Good job, especially by Munson, to really hustle too. She got all the way around there. You don't see that happen that often.
So 3-zip Trojans. Errant throw. Back to the top of the order, Hannah Habistro led off the game for the Trojans with a single. Got the second base on a steal and then was caught stealing going to third. Ball 1 here to Habistro. Took something off, called a ball. 2-0 the count to Habistro. Looks down to Coach Coleman. And the coach's box down there at third. Habistro got that infield hit back in the first. Takes it inside. 3-0 the count. Good eye by Habistro.
Yeah, it was. That was a pretty close pitch, but you'd think you have the red light here, even though Habistro is one of the top hitters. And
taking on 3-0. 3-1 the count. Kennedy Warner on deck for the Trojans. Outside, she's aboard with a walk. 4th walk issued by Sullivan. So with Habistro at first base, Kennedy Warner at the plate. She walked back in the first, stole second, got forced out at third base.
I think you'll probably see Habistro go again here.
There goes Habistro. Now she puts on the brakes, stays at first. Warner puts that bunt out there. Doesn't make contact. Strike 1 to Warner. A lot of options here.
Yeah, there are. You got that bunt. You can hold it back and see if she can get to second base and maybe then try to get her over to third.
There goes Habistro. The throw not in time. Habistro takes second base. Good throw by Myers, but just not in time.
And Myers just got it kind of caught in her glove just a split second there, and that was enough. As fast as Habistro is, and she gets a great jump too. Now you might see Habistro maybe put on the brakes here instead of going straight to third.
She's aggressive, though.
Yeah, you're right.
1 ball, 1 strike. Coach Coleman likes aggressive base running. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count to Warner. Showing bunt, pulls it back. Flash the bunt again, pulls it back, and it is called a ball. 2-1 the count to Warner. Once again, looking down to Coach Coleman. Habistro also giving Coach Coleman a look.
Yeah, now's when you really have a lot of options. Do the bunt, you bolt back and try to slap it. Haberstroh going to try to force a throw.
Down low, 3-1 the count to Warner. Good eye. Here, Coach Turner at first base, coach for CG, saying don't chase it. Make it your pitch.
Yep.
Be selective.
3-1, that's the pitch you want to pick out if it's one you're looking for.
This one's high and tight. She's aboard, back-to-back walks.
Now batting for your
5
Trojans,
walks.
the
Yeah, I was just going to
Issued.
say, that's a
Number 8,
good amount of walks so far here for Sullivan.
Janda.
Coach Roller going to call timeout and have an infield meeting. Coach Roller, former Whiteland player, catcher. Coached in the college ranks for about 7
Yeah, I
years.
saw that, yeah.
Back home at our alma mater as head coach, first year. Very excited about this year's team. Coach Roller brings a lot of experience. You coach at that college level and now back to high school. So she's very happy to be back here in her hometown.
And that's good for the high school girls, too, that get somebody that's kind of seen at that next level, help them get there. Knows what it's like.
My memory serves me correctly, Coach Roller was an all-state catcher for Whiteland. She's one of their all-time greats. Runners at first and second base. A lot of speed here for the Trojans on the base pass. Riley Janda also very fast at the plate. Walked back in the first and was stranded at third base. This one's in the turf, and both runners advance. Again, got away just enough from Madison Myers, the catcher, and allows Warner and Haberstroh to move up a base. Ball 1 here to Janda. Rick, you talking about putting pressure on the defense.
It is. I mean,
especially the pitcher and the catcher.
Yeah, you got to catch that straight away. If that has anything at all, where Myers stayed in front of it, but didn't pick it up cleanly, and that was enough for the Trojans to move up a base each.
Ripped to center field by Janda. It's over the center fielder's head. It will one-hop the fence. Janda going to third base, and the throw not in time. He gets past the third baseman, and Coach Coleman says, stay right here at third base, and she gets a triple, and 2 runs batted in. 5-0 Trojans. And Rick, we talked about her last year leading the Trojans in triples with, I believe you said 5.
Yeah, last year she had 5 triples. She's well on her way this year to do it too. Game 1.
She really put a charge into that one, didn't she?
Yeah, that ball was hit so hard it just kind of froze the center fielder out there. And tough when that ball is kind of low like that. You just don't know how hard that's hit. And again, with the sun, just went straight overhead. Really no chance for a play.
Ashlyn Wolf, first pitch, ball 1. She hit into a fielder's choice, hit a hard ground ball to the shortstop, Emma Piercy. Again, 1 out. We're in the bottom of 2. 5 runs across for the Trojans in this inning. Ripped well by Ashlyn Wolf, right center field. It's going to also one-hop the fence. Here comes Wolf around second base. Coach Coleman says, get over here to third base, and she's got a stand-up triple. Back-to-back triples for the Trojans. Janda scores to make it now 6-0 Trojans. RBI for Wolf.
Boy, and both those hits by Jan and Wolf, they weren't cheated. Those things were rockets right out there to one-hop the fence.
Catcher number 11, Peyton Szymanski.
Peyton Szymanski hit a towering fly ball to center field back in the first. Caught by Jocelyn Harbert. Took something off there. Way out in front. No balls, 1 strike to Szymanski. Wolf at third base. Again, 1 out. We're in the bottom of 2. 6 runs across here for the Warriors.
Trojans.
For the Trojans against the Warriors. There we go. This one's low. 1-1 the count. So again, Trojans with 6 across.
Really hurt Sullivan this inning. She's given up couple walks here, the three walks in the inning, and tough to do that against a good hitting team as the Trojans are.
Looks at a ball, 2-1 the count. Center Grove have now with 4 hits, 5 walks, no strikeouts as of yet. Center Grove putting the ball in play. This one's high, 3-1 the count. Call to strike. Count full. 3-2.
Let's go, Peyton.
Three-two payoff pitch from Sullivan. Fouled off. Peyton out in front of that one. Rick, how about this venue here? Just beautiful. This turf field, again, like you mentioned early on, there's times where it'll rain during the day. Other teams are postponing or canceling, and Center Grove softball and baseball, they're playing.
Yeah, it is a beautiful field, and really done a nice job with even the coloring with the CG out in the center, and got the state championship banners out there in the corner. That's a hard hit, too.
This one
Yep,
got under it a little bit too much, but it might be deep enough for, yes, Ashlyn Wolf. She tags and scores. 7-0 Trojans. Sack RBI for Szymanski. So 2 gone. Trojans now batting around with Sydney Herman. She led this inning off.
First baseman, number 16, Hayden Bear. Correction, Sydney Herman.
Herman grounded out to the second baseman.
And Net made a really nice play there, too. Off that inning.
That's right. She dove to her left. Able to throw on to first to get Herman. 1 ball, no strikes here to Sid. Sophomore playing at first base. Off the handle, a little flare, but the center fielder got a good beat on it. Jocelyn Harbert makes the catch to wrap up the inning. Big inning for the Center Grove Trojans, putting up 7 runs to take a 7-0 lead over the Whiteland Warriors after 2 completes here at Russ Milligan Field. Today's game being presented by Peterman Brothers. This is Trojan Softball.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Inside the Center Grove Softball Complex. Again, today is opening day for Center Grove and Whiteland. Center Grove putting up 7 runs in the bottom of 2, leading Whiteland now 7-0. Top of the third, Whiteland at the plate. Number 9 batter, Ava Smith, Jr. No balls, 2 strikes to Ava.
Boy, with Henson working quick, she's kind of settled in nicely now. Nice pitch.
Strikeouts for Henson.
Now batting for the Warriors,
1 gone.
the center fielder, number 2, Jocelyn Harbert.
All right. Win it.
5 strikeouts for Henson, the junior lefty. 1 walk, giving up 1 hit. Top of the order with Jocelyn Harbert, her first strikeout victim in today's game. Fouls that one away.
Henson 3 strikeouts in a row.
Retiring batters 7, 8, and 9. And again, she was able to get Harbert back in the first inning to strike out. Fouls this one away. 0-2 the count to Harbert. Harbert playing in center field today. He's been busy out there in center field.
Yeah, they've had a lot of hits out right to center field. Right field a little bit, nothing to left.
Took something off, and Szymanski tried to frame it, tried to bring it back inside on that corner, but it was outside.
It was. They had her fooled, I think, on that play. She was way out in front, but good call. That was a ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Into left field, kind of a check swing, almost like a partial swing,
Sure
if you
was.
will, and she does drop it in there for a single. Kind of fought it off. Good piece of hitting by Harbert.
Yeah, it was. She almost did, like that. You said that kind of check swing, but got it right in the middle of the bat and got all the way out to left field pretty easily.
Second single today for the Warriors. Number 2 batter, Kennedy, I should say, Emma Piercy, walked back in the first. There goes the runner. The throw by Szymanski, not in time, and she was a little bit delayed with her throw. And being a former catcher myself, I think at the situation there, you got a left-handed batter, you're kind of blinded or shielded away from seeing the runner sometimes taking off for second base. That's where you got to have some help from a teammate or somebody on the bench to say, hey, runner's going.
Yeah,
because
right.
sometimes as a catcher, you just don't see him take off. And that was called a ball. So runner in scoring position. There's the
She
bunt.
should be out.
And she's called out. The bunt was in play. She was out of the batter's box. It hit the runner. She is called out. So 2 gone, and the base runner goes back to third base.
Here we go now. Got one.
Rick, you see that every so often. If she had been in the batter's box,
Yeah,
I
it
think
would have been a
you're
foul
not-
ball.
Correct. And in this situation, the fact that she was already running and the ball's in play, and it just kind of rolled right back into her feet, and that is the reason why she was called
Yeah,
out.
just a tough break there on Piercy, but that was a good call by the umpire.
Kylie Sullivan, sophomore pitcher, singled
nice play.
back in the third, and Baird at third base keeps it in front and tries to apply the tag, and now the runner to second base. The tag not in time. Or did they call her out or safe at
I think
second?
they called her safe.
So
Yep.
everybody's safe. So what's that going to be ruled? Is that like a fielder's choice?
I think
or-
a field. Yeah, I don't know if you can give that a hit. Fielder's choice because they went ahead and decided to go to third.
Sullivan ends up at second base.
Now batting for
Harbert
Whiteland, the
at
catcher,
third
number
base.
23,
2 gone, and a quick
Madison
meeting
Myers.
in the pitcher circle. Coach Coleman coming out to talk things over as we see Madison Myers due up next for the Whiteland Warriors. Struck out back in the first.
Good piece of base running there by Whiteland. They were able to Herbert hustle over, get to third, and a nice job by Sullivan, seeing that Trojans had that ball at third and were looking to see if it was safe or out. Took off to get to second. Now they've got 2 players on in scoring position. 2 outs though, so big at bat right here for Myers and Whiteland. See if they can get back in this game a little bit here.
Look at the shift in the outfield. Left fielder for CG playing in left center field.
They really thinking she's not going to be able to pull this.
That's Samantha Bruce playing Rulich. And then Havistro playing right center field. She's out in front there on that swing.
My sense is then they're going to have Henson throw fastballs. You don't want to give her a change-up that she can pull. And there's 2.
Nice.
Boy, 2
One
good
more,
pitches
kiddo.
right down the middle.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Really good piece of pitching here by Henson to get in front. Now she can do whatever she wants here.
Off the plate with the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good discipline by Myers,
Yeah.
not chasing. Not going after the high one either. 2-2 the counts. Big opportunity here for Madison Myers. 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. Deuces are wild though. 2-2 the count. 2 gone. Into right center field,
Yeah,
hit
it's
it
over.
well. It's going to go over the right fielder's head. It will go to the fence. 2 runs in. Myers will put on the brakes at second base. A double and 2 runs batted in. Great at bat for Madison Myers.
Yeah, it really was.
Batter played pretty well to the right side, but just put it over the right fielder's head, Kennedy Warner.
Now batting for the Warriors, the second baseman, number 11, Hallie Nett.
So Sullivan and Harbert both scoring.
We can have a pinch runner here.
Courtesy runner for the Warriors, number 9, Aubrey Helker.
Aubrey Felker, freshman, courtesy runner at second base for the catcher. Madison Myers makes it now a 7-2 ball game. When you got those opportunities, you got to get that timely
sure
hit.
do. That was a big hit right there.
Myers comes up with the timely hits.
She hit it well. No chance for the Trojans to catch that one.
Swing and a miss. Hallie Nett swinging at the plate now. Number 5 batter, senior, playing at second base today.
She flew out that Haverstrone center field here the first time out.
One ball, one strike. This one's low. 2-1 the count. This one's high and tight. 3-1. Hinton today just the 1 walk. Giving up 3 hits now. 5 strikeouts in the ball game. Try to nibble at the corner, and she does get the call. 3-2 the count. Three-two payoff pitch, fouled away. So Ricky, go back to that bunt situation with Emma Piercy. She had a nice bunt put down. If it doesn't roll and hit her, she might get a single out of that. It's even a bigger inning now for the Whiteland Warriors.
You're right. That was a big play as it turned out so far. See if Henson can finish off Neth and not get any more damage.
Into right field, shallow. Warner coming on, dives, and
What a
snow
play.
cone catch.
Wow.
What a play by Warner in right field, diving and ends up in foul territory. But she hangs on to it as she hit the turf. It did not pop out. It was kind of like a snow cone type
Sure
catch.
was.
They're checking on her to make sure she's okay. Wow. We've seen 2 great plays today. One by the second baseman for the Warriors, Hallie Nett, and that one by Center Grove right fielder Kennedy Warner. 7-2, Trojans by 5. We're headed to the bottom of 3. This is Trojan softball.
We're proud of you guys. You've come a long way this season.
But above all, win or lose, remember one thing. The furnace is free.
When you purchase a qualifying Bryant AC system for Peterman,
The furnace is free.
all Mars long,
Furnace is free.
whatever it takes, make sure everyone knows.
The furnace is free.
Huddle up, Peterman Brothers. 1, 2, 3.
Furnace madness.
Center Grove softball opener today being presented by Peterman Brothers. Kevin Conrad, Rick Sauter with you from Russ Milligan Field from the CG Softball Complex. Trojans 7 runs in the bottom of 2. Great response by the Warriors, 2 runs in the top of 3. It's 7-2 Trojans by 5 as we begin things here in the bottom of 3. Hayden Baird at the plate. Hits it well, left center field, but there's plenty of room. making the catch once again. That's Jocelyn Harbert. She's been busy, and she's been covering a lot of territory out there today for the Warriors.
Well, she sure has. There's been a magnet out there in center field. Trojans have hit a couple balls, have been just too tough for her to get to out there, but made a couple nice plays also, and the routine plays. And sometimes with the wind blowing and the sun in your eyes aren't as routine as you think, but done a nice job to get the first out.
Number 8 batter, Samantha Bruce, walked and scored in the second inning. Looks at a slow one. Ball 1.
Good looking off-speed pitch by Sullivan. It must have been just a little low.
The 1-0 pitch, high and tight. 2 balls, no strikes. And Rick, we talked about the great crowd today by Center Grove and Whiteland here at the CG Softball Complex. But how about online? We got a great audience online today as well. Of course, spring break week. A lot of people traveling on vacation, so we appreciate all those tuned in today to CG and Whiteland softball.
Now both the boys baseball and the girls softball, pretty high expectations. Ranked 3 and 2 going into the season, so a lot of interest, which is great to see.
3 balls, no strikes. To Bruce, puts a bat on the ball to the second baseman, net on to first. She'll be safe. That one bounces away from the first baseman, so
that could have been a single, though. I think she might have beaten that out.
Infield hit.
Close.
Give that one an infield single.
For your Trojans, the designated player number 6, May Munson.
So with 1 out, Bruce at first base, May Munson, number 9 batter. She is the DP today. Reached on that bunt. Errant throw by the pitcher. Allowed 3 runs to score, the first 3 for the Trojans, and now she swipes second base. That's Samantha Bruce taking second base, and once again, like I said before, with a left-handed batter, catcher didn't see her take off, the delayed throw. Again, that's where you got to have a teammate or somebody on the bench. Somebody's got to be talking to the catcher to alert them that the runner has taken off for second base.
Yeah, she had a huge jump there. Bruce has done a nice job. She's got a walk on a run already, and now a single, and another time in scoring position.
Puts down the bunt. Third baseman scoops, throws on to first, and she's safe. Infield single. May Munson just too fast. She's a lefty. Good speed. Good placement. Gets the bunt single. And the runner, Bruce, goes on to third base.
For your Trojans, the center fielder number 12.
Runners at the corners.
Yeah, top of the order up again. We saw what damage Trojans did last inning with the top of the order coming up. Big at bat here for Sullivan to not let the floodgates open up again.
Havastro, single back in the first, a walk in the second, a couple of stolen bases, scored in the second. Runners at first and third. Munson taken off for second base, and she punches it down the third base line, and I would have to rule that an infield single because even if she comes up with it cleanly, no way you're going to throw out Havastro. 7 hits now for the Trojans. Bases are loaded. Havastro at first, Munson at second, Bruce at third, and at the plate is Kennedy Warner, who just made that beautiful play out in right field, the diving catch to conclude the top of the third, or the second, or third, I should say. Strike 1 to Warner.
How many times do you see that, Kevin, where a batter makes a great play and then they come up the next inning and have a chance, and many times you see them get that big hit too.
It does happen quite a bit.
Boy, I'd love to be a high school kid, Kevin. The kids walking up here and they've got shorts on and short sleeve shirts. I'm sitting there in the heat here, burning, or still chilly.
Without a care in the world, right?
Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah.
That is great. Tries to put down the bunt, fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes to Warner. Again, she's the number 2 batter. Her first appearance in a Center Grove uniform. Sullivan taking some extra time now to the plate. Just off the plate, but not by much.
Yeah, that was close.
1-2 the count to Warner.
You see, Warner has an interesting kind of setup. She sets up and kind of the bunt, and as she gets ready to go, she pulls it back and gets a swinging motion.
Once again, low and outside, 2-2 the count. A lot of speed on the bases here for the Trojans.
Sure are. Anything that gets through, they're going to have at least 2, maybe 3.
2-2 pitch with 1 out, bases loaded, right back to the pitcher. They get the force out at home. Well done by Sullivan. That's the best play for her to take away that run.
Yeah, it sure was.
2 gone.
Now batting for your Trojans, second baseman, number 8, Riley Janda.
Bases remain loaded. Fielder's choice for Warner and Riley Janda, number 3 batter. A walk and a triple, and scored in the second.
This is the one that Sullivan's really got to watch out for. Janda's swinging the bat well.
Couple of RBIs for Janda. Another opportunity here for the junior. Takes the first one in there for ball 1. 5 triples last year to lead the Trojans. Already a triple this year.
This would be a big boost for the Warriors. They can get out of this with bases loaded and 1 out.
Takes it high. 2-0 the count. Center Grove and Whiteland split last year. Again, the Warriors won the first game of the regular season at Whiteland last year, 7-6. Center Grove came back May 14th in the county championship here at CG and won the county title 1-0 over Whiteland. There's a strike. 2-1 the count to Janda.
Big pitch there by Sullivan. She didn't want to go down 3-0 with nowhere to put her.
Whiteland won the sectional last year, beating Mooresville for the title.
Oh, boy.
Rips it well to left field. Left fielder's got a beat on it,
Nice
and
play.
up against the fence. She makes the catch. Ava Smith out in left field. Makes the catch to retire the Trojans. CG with bases loaded. Not able to get any runs across. Well done by the Whiteland Warriors here. Defensively, we've played 3. 7-2 Trojans lead it over the Warriors. Today's game being presented by Peterman Brothers.
We're proud of you guys. You've come a long way this season.
But above all, win or lose, remember one thing. The furnace is free.
When you purchase a qualifying Bryant AC system for Peterman,
The furnace is free.
all Mars long,
Furnace is free.
whatever it takes, make sure everyone knows.
The furnace is free.
Huddle up, Peterman Brothers. 1, 2, 3.
Furnace madness.
Top of the 4th inning. Center Grove leads Whiteland 7-2 here in the season opener for the Trojans and Warriors. Sunny skies, temperatures high 40s, low 50s. Again, we're happy that the sun is out, but it still is very chilly. Whiteland at the plate with Gracie Whitaker, third baseman, takes the first one in there for strike 1 and looks at strike 2. Whitaker back in the second, flied out to right.
Whiteland's got to feel like they've got a little bit of momentum. Have scored a couple runs last inning. Able to hold the Trojans. The bases loaded and 1 out with their top of the order up.
Fouls that one off. Fouls it off again. This one toward the Center Grove dugout. See some activity in the Whiteland bullpen. Checking the Center Grove bullpen, no activity, but Whiteland looks like some activity.
It looks like that might be Whitley Havlin. She's a freshman. She was up here a couple innings ago when Center Grove got their 7 runs, but last inning was down the whole time.
Nice. Good job.
Strikes are out looking. Beautiful location. 1 gone.
Now batting for the Warriors, the right fielder, number 14, Annie.
6 strikeouts for Henson. Andy Harmon struck out back in the second. Strike 1 here to Harmon. Henson.
Nice.
Good heats. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's a good pitch by Henson. She just overpowered Harmon on this one. I don't think you'll see her mess around too much. She was late enough. I'd just throw another fastball and say, come and get it.
Nice.
She did.
Good job, kid.
Threw it a little higher. Gets the strikeout. 2 gone. Punch out number 7 for Henson. So, Rick, a busy week. Center Grove baseball, as we said, victorious yesterday in the season opener down at IU against Centerville, Ohio, 1-0. Softball tonight. Baseball back at it tomorrow night. Columbus East coming to town. CG softball at Zionsville tomorrow for a 6 o'clock game. At Pendleton Heights on Friday for a 6 o'clock game. And then CG baseball Saturday, a doubleheader. CG Showcase, I think is what they're calling it, Saturday. Avon at noon, and then Homestead at 5. So we'll be back with CG Baseball live stream on Saturday for 2 games. No balls, 2 strikes. Adrian Campbell at the plate. Had probably the last couple of weeks off, not much going on. And
say you're knee deep in it now.
We're going. Pop up. And catcher cannot locate it, Shermansky. Not able to get there in time, so hanging alive at 0-2 the count to Campbell.
Nice.
Nice pitch.
3 up, 3 down. She strikes out the side. So impressive. 8 strikeouts for Henson. We're headed to the bottom of 4. Center Grove Trojans 7, Whiteland Warriors 2 in the 2023 season opener. Today's game being presented by Peterman Brothers. This is Trojan Softball.
We're proud of you guys. You've come a long way this season.
But above all, win or lose, remember one thing. The furnace is free.
When you purchase a qualifying Bryant AC system for Peterman,
The furnace is free.
all March long,
Furnace is free.
whatever it takes, make sure everyone knows.
The furnace is free.
Huddle up, Peterman Brothers. 1, 2, 3.
Furnace Madness.
Trojans lead it by 5 over Whiteland 7-2. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Number 4 batter for CG, Ashlyn Wolf, will lead things off for the Trojans. The senior shortstop head into a fielder's choice in the first, and triple RBI back in the second inning.
Leading off for your Trojans, the shortstop, number 5, Ashlyn Wolf.
She put a charge into one back in the second inning to right center field. Stretch it out to a stand-up triple, and she puts another charge into it. That's a rope to center field. Single for Ashlyn Wolf.
Yeah, that ball was really hammered. You could see it curving a little bit as it went straight out to dead center field.
Number 11, Peyton Szymanski.
Peyton Szymanski. Fly out back in the first to center field. Hit a sac RBI in the second. Hit that one also to center field. She was able to get it deep enough for Wolf to score from third base, so she did get an RBI. Ball one, or I'm going to call that a strike, excuse me. Strike one to Szymanski. Again, committing last year to Columbia University to play softball. Takes that one for a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike. This one gets away just enough from Myers to allow Wolf to go to second base, and throw by Myers. Wolf back in there safely at second. That one probably goes down as a wild pitch.
Yeah, I would think so too. They bounced in front.
Two balls, 1 strike to Peyton. Sounded great off the bat. Hits it high, left center field. There's going to be just enough room up against the fence. And left fielder Ava Smith, she's now made 2 catches up against the fence, but it is deep enough to advance Wolf. She tags up, and she's at third base.
Yeah, that was a nice play out there. Again, with that wind and the sun at you. Good play out there in left field. That ball was hit. That was hit really hard. That was carried all the way out almost to the fence.
Sydney Herman. Sophomore. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Opportunity here to get an RBI with Wolf at third base. 1 away. Bottom of 4. Kylie Sullivan, sophomore. Getting the start today. Again, impressive numbers for her last year as a freshman. 2.65 ERA, 9-0 record. 60 innings pitch. She was the number 2 pitcher last year behind the great Debbie Hill. Debbie now graduated from Whiteland, playing for Trine University. 1 ball, no strikes to Sydney Herman. Now make it 2 balls, no strikes. Coach Roller calls Kylie Sullivan Solly. You know you're a good player when you got a nickname.
Yep, exactly right.
I never had a nickname, so I guess I wasn't good enough.
No, I'm with you.
2-0 pitch. Hit well. Right to the center fielder, Harbert. Deep enough. Here comes the throw, the tag, and score by Wolf. Makes it now 8-2 Trojans. Herman again got a good bat on it.
Yeah, she's had some bad luck. She's hit a couple, put a charge in a couple balls, and doesn't have anything to show with it, but got an RBI.
13, Hayden Baird.
Trojans by 6. Harbert again covers a lot of territory out there in the outfield. Solid play today by the outfield for Whiteland.
I was just going to say that. Their outfielders done a really nice job because they've had a lot of action. Trojans hit the ball hard, and they made every play that they could make, they made.
Hayden Baird, sophomore, singled, scored in the second. Fly out to the center fielder, fouls this one off. Change up outside. 1-1 the count.
Baird with a single and run scored today.
This one's low. 2-1 the count. Whiteland in the outfield, they're playing her deep. She's a power hitter. She's got some power. She can hit the long one.
And that wind's coming straight in. It's lightened up maybe a little bit, but it's still whipping out there.
High and outside, 3-1, good eye.
She picked up a little bit, maybe more to right field, but I have to really put a charge in one to knock one out today.
Ooh. Catches the corner. 3-2 the count. A few oohs and ahs.
That was the first one I'd say today. That was a little generous, but that happens.
With 2 gone, the payoff pitch. Hits it high center field. Harbert coming in.
Oh,
drops it. She had to run a long way. That one might have been more of a shortstop or second baseman. I think the wind might have pushed that one back toward the infield. Again, it's blowing in, and she's playing very deep. She's got good speed, but again, she tried to do that basket-type catch, and she initially looked like she had it in the glove, and then last moment popped out.
But yeah, that's one of those plays where with that wind blowing in, you think you got it, and you call everybody off early, and then it all of a sudden looks like it gets tougher and tougher.
I mean, you roll it in air. That's a tough one.
I think you kind of have to, though. It was in her mitt.
The fact that it hit her mitt, but again,
it wasn't like a diving play.
It wasn't an easy play by any means.
No, it wasn't.
I'm telling you, some of these coaches, they're tough when it comes to, you know.
It even touches your mitt somehow. Even you're diving over the fence, they're going to call it there.
That's right.
The left fielder, number 4.
Samantha Bruce playing in left field. Walk scored in the second. Singled in the third.
She's had a nice day.
Had a stolen base. Kind of a half swing. Chops, fouls that one away. Kind of a slap at it, if you will. So 2 gone. Rick, did we get a courtesy runner maybe at first base? I'm trying to catch a number.
Yeah, we
did. So number 10 is a courtesy runner for CG. Bryn Meyer.
Okay.
Freshman.
Yeah, good catch there, Kevin.
No balls, 2 strikes to Samantha Bruce. 1 run across for the Trojans here in the bottom of 4. Put up 7 big ones in the bottom of 2. Another half swing, trying to drop it into left field. Left fielder playing in. Makes the catch, Ava Smith. Played that one perfectly. Center Grove leads it by 6, 8-2 over the Whiteland Warriors. We played 4 here at Russ Milligan Field. Today's game being presented by Peterman Brothers. This is Center Grove Trojan softball.
We're proud of you guys. You've come a long way this season.
But above all, win or lose, remember one thing. The furnace is free.
When you purchase a qualifying Bryant AC system for Peterman,
The furnace is free.
all March long,
Furnace is free.
whatever it takes, make sure everyone knows.
The furnace is free.
Huddle up, Peterman Brothers. 1, 2, 3.
Furnace madness.
Move to the top of the 5th inning. 8-2 Trojans by 6 over the Warriors. 2023 season opener. Rick, these 2 teams may just play the one time this year. They typically meet in the county tournament, so that'll be the second time around, but they're not going to meet in the sectional because the sectional alignment has changed this year. Whiteland and along with Franklin will be with Shelbyville and Columbus schools and East Central. We saw that this year with boys and girls basketball. I think volleyball as well. So for Center Grove, the only Johnson County team left in their sectional will be Greenwood, along with the Morgan County teams in Mooresville, Martinsville, and then you go to Monroe County with Bloomington South and Bloomington North.
Down to Bloomington schools. Yeah, it very different field everything this year, and I guess it's something we'll just get used to. I'm personally not a fan of it. You like to see the traditional rivalries that's in your county. You want to play in the biggest time of the year, but
Ava Smith at the plate, battling. No balls, 2 strikes. Struck out back in the third. She's played a great left field today.
and she has done a nice job out there in left field.
She's made 2 catches up against the fence. 1 in left, 1 left center. Covering a lot of territory out there in left today. Rips this one. Center field. Habistro going back, and she calls it out. Again, center fielder takes command out there. She called it out and makes the catch. 1 gone.
Yeah, that's a good play. That was hit hard. But Habistro had her played well. And
Now batting for the Warriors, the center fielder, number 2, Jocelyn Harbert.
Jocelyn Harbert, 1 for 2, struck out back in the first, singled and scored in the third. She's also played really well out in center field. Pops it up into shallow left. Left fielder comes on, cannot make the catch. That's Samantha Bruce. Tried to dive for it. It goes off her mitt. Once again, Rick, that's a tough one. Again, a hitter mitt, but she was diving for it. So I don't know if you give it a hit or an air.
she can give that one a hit. I think she might have saw just kind of out of the corner of her eye there. I think that was.
For the Warriors, the shortstop, number 3.
She saw, because again,
she saw Hayden Baird. I think
Baird
coming there
and Wolf
third.
both, third
Wolf
short. And I think she kind of held up a little bit.
Yep.
And at the last moment, kind of goes off the mitt, and she tried to dive for it. That was kind of no man's land, if you will, between the infield and outfield, and now a wild pitch. Or what do we have? A foul ball?
I think they just called a ball. I think it just got away. Yeah, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out.
They do call it a foul tip.
No, it's foul tip, okay.
And then that's why the runner had to go back to second base.
Go, get it right.
So a single for Harbert, and was able to stretch that into second base. And now a count of no balls, 2 strikes to Emma Piercy, the number 2 batter. She walked back in the first, had a beautiful bunt in the third inning, but again, it just rolled up on her cleats as she was running down first base line and was called out.
Good pitch, right?
On the outside corner, strike 3, 2 gone.
Boy, that was an awfully good pitch. That was almost unhittable right there, high in that outside corner.
Now batting.
Tough ball to get to.
Pitcher number 7, Kylie Sullivan.
I have Henson now with 9 strikeouts in the ball game.
Yep.
Win against her sometime.
2 gone. We're on the top of 5. Center Grove by 6. Number 3 batter, Kylie Sullivan, pitcher. Single and a fielder's choice today. 1 for 2. Ball 1 here to Sullivan. I've liked the way she's really battled today in the pitcher circle. Against Center Grove, a lot of bats, and she's really battled today. Looks at a strike. Tough location. Falls behind. Actually, they're going to say 1 ball, 1 strike now.
Trojans, Ayanna Cowan, looks like a freshman, is warming up down there in the Trojans bullpen.
Off the handle, third baseman gives a chase. Drops in there, not able to get there. Hayden Baird. Actually, we got a new third baseman in there for the Trojans. That's the freshman, Bryn Meyer. Now playing at third base. 2-2 the count, 2 gone. Runner at second base. Henson to the plate. Slow ground ball to Janda, at second base. Her throw just got her by half a step. That was a boom play there at first base. Sullivan really running hard, made it a very close play. 8-2 Trojans by 6. In the middle of the 5th, here at Russ Milligan Field. Opening day for the Warriors and Trojans. Today's stream being presented by Peterman Brothers.
We're proud of you guys. You've come a long way this season.
But above all, win or lose, remember one thing. The furnace is free.
When you purchase a qualifying Bryant AC system for Peterman,
The furnace is free.
all March long,
Furnace is free.
whatever it takes, make sure everyone knows.
The furnace is free.
Huddle up, Peterman Brothers. 1, 2, 3.
Furnace madness.
Here in the bottom of 5, Center Grove will have the number 9-1-2 batters up. Mae Munson will lead it off, followed up by Hannah Habistro and then Kennedy Warner. What a day for Mae Munson. She's the designated player. Sophomore. She got things rolling for the Trojans back in the bottom of 2. She put down a beautiful bunt, and Sullivan, the pitcher, airmails it over the first baseman's head, throws it all the way to the right field corner of the fence, and 3-run score, including Emma herself. She was able to, or Mae Munson, excuse me, she gets all the way around and scores, made it 3-zip right off the bat.
Yeah, that was a big play for the Trojans. And then she had a bunt single here in the 3rd inning, so awfully good game so far by Mae.
Strike 1 to Mae Munson. Mae is a two-sport athlete, plays basketball, junior varsity player, guard, shoots the 3 very well. Tremendous softball player. Almost punched it in there for a base hit.
That was like a hesitation push there, but you're right. She almost got around on that to get it through.
No balls, 2 strikes to the sophomore. She had a bunt single back in the 3rd. Once again, kind of punches at it, fouls it away. Looks at that one outside. Good eye. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slaps at it right to the 3rd baseman. Throws on to first. Got her by a step. Played it well.
Sure did.
Gracie Whitaker.
That got through. That was. Even the shortstop gets to it. There was no way they're going to get Munson, but nice play.
One away.
For your Trojans, the center fielder, number 12, Hannah Habistro.
Top of the order with Hannah Habistro. She's having herself a Hannah Habistro type game.
Yeah. Yep.
2 singles, a walk. She scored once. At least 2 to 3 stolen bases.
I think she's got
a couple stolen
2
bases.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, she got 3 stolen bases. There we go.
Another single. Habistro, she just gets the bat on the ball.
Well, the fielders just don't have much time to react because she's so quick getting down that line that you just got to almost make a guess to get to it as quick as you can and make a quick throw. And nobody was getting that one anyway. That was clean shot into center field.
Kennedy Warner. Couple of walks, scored once. Fielder's choice. Ball 1. See if Coach Coleman might put something on here. Warner checking her wristband, which has the call that comes in from Coach Coleman. Nope. She does put down the bunts. Great speed, no play. Nobody's covering third at the moment. The left fielder comes in and gets away from the left fielder, and Habistro scores. Just unbelievable speed. What aggressive base running by the Center Grove Trojans. Habistro on the bunt goes to third base. Again, nobody covering. The left fielder did a great job. Ava Smith to come in. Throw gets away from her just enough to allow Habistro to score.
Yeah, it did have to get far. And, of course, unfortunately, when the other way, that puts Smith going away from the home plate versus towards it. And there was just no way to get her at home. And on that, Werner takes second base as all that was going on. So another Trojan runner in scoring position.
9-2 Trojans. Riley Janda. A walk, a triple, couple of RBIs. Fly out to left.
Deep left.
Deep left up against the fence.
Smith.
You're right. Ball 1 to Janda. Puts down the bunt right in front of home plate. Good job by Myers. You got to get inside the baseline to make that throw, otherwise you hit the base runner. She did a perfect job on that one. Gets Janda, who's very fast at first base, but good job by Janda to advance the runner to third base.
Now batting for the Trojans, the shortstop, number 5, Ashland Wolf.
Wolf's had a good game also. She's 2 for 3. 2 runs scored.
Single, along with a triple. Rips this one and caught by Net at second base. Boy, she's had 2 brilliant plays at second base today. That would have been an RBI, maybe 1, if not 2 bases there for Ashland Wolf. Well done by Net at second base. 9-2 Trojans. We're heading to the top of 6 here at the CG Softball Complex. Today's game being presented by Peterman Brothers. This is Trojan Softball.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Leads Whiteland 9-2. Moving to the top of the 6th here at Coach Russ Milligan Field. Pitching change for the Trojans. Freshman Ayana Cowan now comes in to pitch for the Center Grove Trojans. She is a freshman. Talking to Coach Coleman earlier today, she said she likes what she sees from Ayana and says right at the moment, probably our number 2 pitcher behind Henson. So with a 9-2 lead, maybe an opportunity to get her some work.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Get some depth, get in there without maybe such a pressure situation.
And again, with softball, you can always bring back Henson, your starting pitcher, if needed. Ball 1 here to begin the top of the 6th. Madison Myers. She's played well behind the plate.
Yeah, had a double and a couple RBIs also.
1 ball, 1 strike. Myers, junior catcher. I bet she's learning a lot from Coach Harley Roller. Again, she was an all-state catcher for Whiteland, first-year head coach. This one just off the plate. Two and 1 the count. I think Cowan might have a few nerves out there. Seems like she's doing great so far. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think what you tell a freshman pitcher like this, you got a great group of fielders behind you. You got a lead, just throw strikes and let them put it in play. Let your defense make plays for you.
Facing the number 4 batter, and Myers hits it to Wolf at shortstop, and great arm by Wolf. 1 gone. I think you're right, Rick. That's a good way to put it. Just got a nice lead, throw strikes, stay relaxed, let your defense do the work.
Yep. Worst thing can happen is you start walking people and
Now batting for the
let them
Warriors
get
for
chances
second
to
baseman.
knock people in without
Number
doing a whole
11.
lot. Make them hit it.
Hallie Net.
Hallie Nett, senior. Not one, but 2 web gems today.
Yeah, she's played great second base.
We had a diving play to her left to throw out a CG runner, and then last inning, going to her right, snagging a line shot by Wolf. That would have scored at least 1 run.
Yeah, Whiteland overall, other than really that errant throw by Sullivan, they've really played a great job in the field. Trojans have really made them make plays, and they've done it.
Coach Roller and this Whiteland team, they're going to win some games this year.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be a nice team.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Need to shore at the bottom of the lineup, kind of looking. We were talking. They've got some new players down at the bottom, and shown a little bit today. There's a lot of strikeouts down that side, so they got to at least get the ball in play. And their top of the lineup's definitely dangerous.
Net with a count of 2 balls, 1 strike. This one's low, 3-1 the count. Hard hit. They're going to say fair ball. The throw. No, they're going to say she pulled her foot at first. They're saying Herman pulled her left foot, but let's go back to what was just a beautiful play by Bryn Meyer, the freshman at third base, to snag that one at the hot corner.
That was a really nice play at third base. Pretty good throw. Great stretch by Herman, but just pulled her off, I guess, just barely. Umpire's right there with the call.
Single?
Yeah, I think you got to give that a single then, I guess.
Infield hits. Impressive play, though, by Bryn Meyer, freshman at third, to keep that one in front. Made a nice, strong throw. Greasy Whitaker, sophomore, third baseman, 0 for 2 today. Ball 1 on the first pitch here from Cowan. Cowan also a fast worker in the circle.
Yeah, she's ready to go, that's for sure.
Off-speed pitch, called a ball. Falls behind, 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball to Janda at second base. Runner moving on the hit. Only play is to first base. 2 gone. Janda throws her out. Net goes to second base.
Yeah, good job by both teams. Whiteland going on the hit and run there. Saved him from maybe having a shot at getting into double play. And Janda made the smart move with a big lead here. Don't need to make anything crazy trying to get that lead runner when she could be a tough play anyway. You might be having a pinch. No, looks like that is Annie Harmon up there.
Harmon going back to the dugout. Is she going to hit, or are they going to have somebody hit for her? Harmon 0 for 2 today, a couple of strikeouts.
Looks like they're going to have somebody hit for her. I think here, Kevin. Looks like
she's
headed
headed back to the dugout. So new batter here for the Whiteland Warriors, it appears. Number 24, that'll be McKenna Reed Jr., hitting now in place of Harmon.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 24, McKenna Reed.
Strike 1 to Reed. Great job by Szymanski blocking that one. Runner remains at second base. I'm telling you, those catchers just don't get enough credit.
No, you're right. Those catchers, they're the best athletes out there, right, Kevin?
Best athletes,
Smartest.
smartest,
Yeah.
I mean, Coach Roller, she's a head coach. He was a catcher. I'm telling you. They make the best coaches.
If anybody's wondering, you have to ask what position Kevin played when he was playing. I think it might be obvious. It was not left field.
No, it was not. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ooh, wow. Took a lot off of that one. And they're going to tag her out. It stayed on the...
Did it say fair?
Yeah, it stayed on that first base line when she scooped it up, so it's a fair ball, and they tag her out. So that's 3rd out.
Yeah, it's 3rd out.
She's just questioning, I believe, if it was fair or foul. Coach Roller wants to come down and have a chat with the home plate umpire, but it appeared when Herman scooped it up, the ball was still on the white part of the line.
Tough angle for us right here, but the umpire's right there. So.
Going to bottom of 6, 9-2 Trojans. This is Center Grove softball.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Trojans by 7, 9-2. Bottom of the 6th inning. Rick, there's nothing like spending an afternoon at the ballpark.
I agree. Had a lot of fun. Great first game for the Trojans.
For the Trojans, direct catcher number 11.
A lot of bright spots here for both teams. You got Coach Roller, again, her first year as head coach for Whiteland. She's obviously still evaluating, and again, a lot of good play today by the Warriors, and Coach Coleman very happy with what she has this year. We've seen a lot of great plays and by both teams today.
Yeah, Whiteland's got some good players back, but they're pretty young, and they lost their all-state player last year. So I'm sure they'll have better times ahead. Just tough running into the number 2 team in the state to start off, and Trojans got to be very happy with the way they played, actually. They've hit the ball well, even though Whiteland's made some nice plays on them, too, in the field.
Peyton Szymanski at the plates. First pitch, ball 1. Peyton's hit the ball well.
I just say, she's, for somebody not to show for it, she really has. She's had two deep flies center field.
If anything, just getting under it a little bit.
Yep.
Again, with that wind blowing in to right field, holding that ball up as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Remember from last year, Peyton has her grandparents watch from California. So hopefully they're tuning in today.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's quite a bit warmer in California than it is here today. Again, we probably peaked out about 50 degrees, but you're right, with the wind chill, probably more like mid-40s today.
I agree.
At least the sun's been out.
Yeah, I saw first of next week, maybe up to 70 or so they're talking about. So better times ahead.
Saturday, I'm seeing about mid-60s.
Okay.
But a lot of it's supposed to be really windy.
Maybe some rain, maybe wind.
Hopefully it'll be a good day for a doubleheader of CG baseball on Saturday. And Szymanski is aboard with a walk.
Now batting for your Trojans, the first baseman, number 16, Sydney Herman.
Also, I believe Hannah Habistro has grandparents, I believe, if I remember correctly from last year, watching from Massachusetts.
Wow. Well, you talking about spanning the country.
We had a lot of viewers yesterday watching CG Baseball, our stream, from all over, because Florida, Cancun, you name it, South Carolina.
Spring break.
Spring break, vacationing. Aaron Holt was watching yesterday from Cancun, 84 degrees.
Wow.
And we had 44 degrees.
Yeah.
Big difference. Ball 1 here to Sydney Herman. Also, love to see her get a hit here. She's 0 for 2. A couple of flyouts. One was a sac RBI. Got a ground out as well. 2 balls, no strikes. She did get an RBI in her last plate appearance.
She's hit the ball pretty well. She's put it in play all 3 times.
Fouls that one away.
Well, you're talking about a tough time to be out in right field or second base right now. We're kind of getting that sunset time close, and as you can see, all the players are trying to shield their eyes as best they can. It's just tough right out there right now.
All of a sudden, the wind's starting to die down a little bit. Hard ground ball right to net at second base. And man, she's good.
She really is. She's made some great plays. I mean, that was not right to her, but that ball was hit hard. Stayed right with it. Picked it cleanly and made a nice throw to first.
Bryn Meyer at third base at the plate for the first time today. Coming off the bench. Her first plate appearance, again replacing Hayden Baird. Bryn Meyer, freshman. Lefty. A lot of lefties here for CG.
I'm just going to mention we have a lot of lefties in our roster.
Fouls off the first one.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. You chop that ball, you get down the first a little bit quicker, and then most pitchers are right-handed, so you get to see it maybe a little bit better coming out of the hand.
Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryn Meyer. Runner at second base. Peyton Szymanski. Pops it up in the infield. Shortstop calls it out. Emma Piercy Sr. makes the catch. 2 gone.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 9, Erica Burris.
Erica Burris, freshman, batting for the Trojans in place of Samantha Bruce. So Coach getting some opportunities here for some of the underclassmen. Bruce today walk, scored, single, and a fly out. And this one goes right back to the pitcher. So Burris is thrown out. We played 6.
At the end of 6, it's your Trojans.
Center Grove 9, Whiteland 2. Center Grove needing 3 more outs to secure the season opening win here in 2023. This is Trojan Softball.
Looking great.
We're proud of you guys. You've come a long way this season.
But above all, win or lose, remember one thing. The furnace is free.
When you purchase a qualifying Bryant AC system for Peterman,
The furnace is free.
all March long,
Furnace is free.
whatever it takes, make sure everyone knows.
The furnace is free.
Huddle up, Peterman Brothers. 1, 2, 3.
Furnace Madness.
Freshman Ayana Cowan came in relief last inning. Rick did a solid job. Now she has an opportunity to close the door here on the Whiteland Warriors in the top of the 7th inning. Trojans lead it 9-2.
Yeah, Kevin, she really did. She threw strikes. That's one of your keys that we mentioned, to let your defense do the job for you, and she did that very nicely. Gave up just a hit. 3 ground outs, and that's what you want to see. Nice confidence builder for her today. Trojans gotten 3 or 4 freshmen in the game today. That's get those nerves kind of out early, and
It's a long season.
it is a long season.
A lot of games, short season in a way that it goes fast. A lot of games in a short period of time, but as far as a lot of games, though, that's what I mean by a long season. So you need your underclassmen, you need these new players to get opportunities. So when it comes Johnson County tournament time, sectional time, you're ready to go.
I agree. And you never know. You get some nagging injuries here or there, and you need some depth to make sure that you can cover all your bases, so to speak.
Good off-speed pitch by Cowan. Campbell out in front. Now looks to bunt, puts it down right back to Cowan. She throws on to
play.
first, and one gone. Number 2 covering, that's Haley Fuhrer, senior, now in at second base for Riley Janda.
It's a good job by Cowan there. She got off that mound quickly to make that play. Made it look pretty easy.
One away.
Now batting for the Warriors, the left fielder, number 12, Ava Smith.
Ava Smith, a junior left fielder, 0 for 2 today. Throwing strikes, that's what you want.
Mm-hmm. Smith's big asset for Whiteland is her field play. She's really had a great game out in left field.
1 ball, 1 strike. That one inside and low. As we near the end of today's game, a big thank you to all those watching online. Really appreciate you tuning in. Center Grove fans, Whiteland fans. I know a lot of people, again, on spring break, on vacation this week. Hit hard. Finds the hole between third and short. Single for Ava Smith.
Yeah, nice play there by Smith. That ball was just out in front of her, and she got around on it. Smacked it hard between short and third.
For the Warriors, the center
Nice clean
fielder,
single.
number 2, Jocelyn Harbert.
Jocelyn Harbert. Couple of singles, strikeout. Solid day today for Harbert. Scored back in the third, takes this one for strike 1. Also playing really well in center field today as for the Warriors. Takes a cut. 0-2. Ground ball, Fuhrer, senior.
Ooh.
Couldn't get out of the mitt cleanly. Beats it out. Single.
Boy,
If she gets it clean out of the mitt,
if she gets clean out of the mitt, that's I think that's got to be an error hit right to
For
her.
the Warriors, the shortstop,
so runners
number
at
3,
first and second base.
Emma Piercy.
Emma Piercy, number 2 batter. A walk, strikeout, and again she put the nice bunt down, but she was on her way to first. The ball came back, hit her in the feet. She was called out. 1 ball, no strikes to Piercy. Puts it in play. Wolf at shortstop to Fuhrer. Gets the force out at second base. 2 gone. Runners at the corners.
A nice play there by Wolf. Took what they gave her. Made that play at second base and
For the Warriors, the pitcher,
didn't
number
try to
7,
force the double
Kylie
play.
Sullivan.
So with 2 gone, Riley Sullivan, sophomore pitcher.
She's 1 for 3 today. She's got a singles, has scored a run.
Our official scorekeeper, Rick Embry, said he would rule that an error.
Okay.
Texting us.
That's what I kind of thought that would be what I'd say too. You can't.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runner takes off. She's at second base, so second and third for the Warriors. Sullivan looking at that one. Ball 2. Trojans back in action tomorrow, 6 o'clock, road game at Zionsville taking on the Eagles. This one down the first base line, foul. CG at Pendleton Heights on Friday, another 6 o'clock game.
Full count. Here to Sullivan. 2 on, 2 out. Got Got her.
Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout to wrap up the ball game. Took something off. Freshman comes through. Last 2 innings. Ayana Cowan. Henson gets the win. Center Grove final score today 9-2 over the Whiteland Warriors. Rick, both teams played well. I see a lot of promise in both Center Grove and Whiteland this year.
I agree. Trojans did a nice job. You'd almost say workmanlike, but they did what they needed to do. They hit the ball well, even though they did get 9 runs, but they really hit the ball pretty darn hard this game. And Whiteland made some really good plays in fields. They got to be encouraged by that. And Trojans did what they needed to do to start off the season against a good Whiteland team.
Center Grove begins the season with a 9-2 win here on the home field against a very good Whiteland Warriors team. Trojans back at it tomorrow, 6 o'clock at Zionsville. Stay tuned. Up next, Rick and I'll return with some final thoughts on the postgame show. This is Trojan Softball, presented today by Peterman Brothers.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary Seller's Assurance Program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
We're proud of you guys. You've come a long way this season.
But above all, win or lose, remember one thing. The furnace is free.
When you purchase a qualifying Bryant AC system for Peterman,
The furnace is free.
all March long,
Furnace is free.
whatever it takes, make sure everyone knows.
The furnace is free.
Huddle up, Peterman Brothers. 1, 2, 3.
Furnace madness.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Knighty. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Back here at Russ Milligan Field, final time today. Final score 9-2, Center Grove victorious over the Whiteland Warriors. Center Grove, Rick, had that big second inning. 7 runs in that inning. Started off, though, with an errant throw. Mae Munson puts down a beautiful bunt. Errant throw to first, allowed 3 runs to score. That got Center Grove going in the right direction. Then top of the order came up and produced another 4 runs, and that's hard to overcome, a 7-0 deficit. But again, I was just thought both teams played really well today, and definitely now you get a chance to evaluate some different players. And like we said before, a lot of games yet to be played.
Yeah, first game of the year. I think both teams got to be pretty content. I thought the fielding was fantastic for first game of the year. You see many times a lot of errors, and with the wind blowing today and the sun out there, people made some really great plays in the outfield. But yeah, just that 7 runs in that second inning. You had the big hits by Janda, triple, and then Wolf a triple right back to back that kind of cleared the bases. It kind of gave some breathing room, and they were able to put it away with Henson doing just kind of what she does. Had 9 strikeouts, just gave up a few hits, and kind of had Whiteland a little off kilter all day. And Ayanna Cowan came in and did a nice job to kind of clean things up. And as I kind of mentioned, workmanlike win, but a nice win for the Trojans, 9-2.
Also in that leadoff spot, Hannah Habistro doing what Hannah Habistro does, and that means it's getting on base. 3 singles today? She scored twice. She walks once, numerous stolen bases. And then to have Kennedy Warner, her first game in a Center Grove uniform. She's a junior, also great speed. She gets on base 3 times, couple of walks, a single. She scores once. She also turns in some stolen bases. So that 1-2 spot, just so good today. And of course, Riley Janda in that 3 spot, followed up by Ashlyn Wolf in the 4 spot. Really putting the bat on the ball today to move runners, to score runners, and that's what you want from your top 4 or 5 batters.
I agree. And you see the Trojans, if you go down the lineup, that everybody was hitting the ball. So there's some walks here or there they got on, but everybody put the ball in play. And you do that, you're going to see a lot of seeing eye singles along the way too. And really, Trojans hit it pretty hard. Whiteland made some really good plays, and again with the wind blowing in, a couple of those could have maybe carried a little bit further to make it even a little bit more of a big game for a few of the players. But good game overall by the Trojans. I think they got to be pretty happy with game number 1 going forward.
And again, with cooler temperatures, it's not easy to play softball and baseball.
Definitely not.
To pitch, to hit, it's difficult. And I thought Henson had really good command of her pitches today.
Yeah, that's one of her keys. She just doesn't walk many players. She's great at knowing where to put it. And it makes it so much easier on Szymanski there, the catcher, who doesn't have to dive for many or get many things in the dirt. So she does a good job, makes the hitters hit it. She gets her share of strikeouts, but knows that she got a good defensive team back behind her too, and makes them put it in play.
So here's a look at Center Grove's schedule for the next few weeks. Mentioned before, they're at Zionsville tomorrow, 6 o'clock first pitch. On Friday at Pendleton Heights, also a 6 o'clock start. Center Grove softball off next week until next Saturday, April 8th. They'll be in the Pendleton Heights Horseshoe Classic. And talking to Coach Coleman, CG will play Decatur Central in the first game of that tournament at 10 o'clock in the morning. That, again, will be played on Saturday, April the 8th. Our next Center Grove softball web stream won't be until after Easter, which will be on Monday, April the 10th. Center Grove will host the Martinsville Artesians, which is a sectional opponent. That'll be at 5:30 first pitch. And then on Wednesday, April 12th, Center Grove will go to Shelbyville, who's been a great program the last several years. They won the regional last year against Whiteland, so that'll be a 5:30 game on the road. And then the Center Grove Trojans return back home Thursday, April 13th to take on always a good Brownsburg program. And then Saturday, April 15th, Center Grove will go to Northwestern High School, which is up in Kokomo, so they kind of go halfway, and they'll play Penn High School in a doubleheader at Northwestern High School. So that kind of gives you a chance to at least know what Center Grove's schedule looks like here between now and mid-April. So, again, our next web stream of CG Softball won't be until Monday, April the 10th at 5:30 when the Artesians come in town. And Rick, we say this every year, and you can say it about any sport here at Center Grove. Center Grove plays the best.
I can say no cupcakes there at all.
No, not at all. They want to play the best because, if you want to be the best, you got to play the best.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, with your ranked number 2 coming to season, you've got aspirations of going as far as you can in a tournament. And to get there, you have to play some tough games and maybe even take a lump here and there and so forth to make you stronger. So I think that's a great job that they got a good schedule going on. And a lot of those games on the road, too, so they'll get tested early, not just here hanging out at home. So should be a fun schedule, and by the time we get back here, we'll kind of know where they stand a little bit.
Rick, appreciate your work today. I'm looking forward to a great season.
Sounds good. Thanks, Kevin.
So once again, final score today from Russ Milligan Field, Center Grove 9, Whiteland 2 in the season opener. Once again, the Trojans back at it tomorrow on the road, taking on the Eagles of Zionsville High School at 6 o'clock. Today's Center Grove softball coverage was produced by CG Sports Network. Our presenting sponsor was Peterman Brothers. Until next time, this is Kevin Conrad for Rick Sauter saying so long, everyone, from Coach Russ Milligan Field at the CG Softball Complex.